defensive preparations being made along mainland Europe's Atlantic coast, intended to counter the expected Anglo-American invasion, which would come 4 months later. As we go through the article, I'll mix in more rare associated film footage to bring it to life. At the end of the video, I'll talk about the purchase of whether the planned invasion, which has long been pushed by the Soviets, can succeed, have taken place. In newspapers and on the radio, professionals and amateurs alike have prognosticized the expected result of such an that the German Reich would simply collapse and so make this risky invasion unnecessary. This hope has proven false. In order to force a decisive outcome in this war, the Allies will have to come and do battle on the European mainland. The caption for this photo reads, "Anti-tank barriers, densely formidable, unbroken chain, which stretches the entire length of the Atlantic coast." Heavy layers of concrete, those inside have unobstructed views in all directions. Here they stand attentively watch of both the sky and of the waves. Feldmarschall Rommel was put in charge by the Führer of inspecting and improving the coastal defenses. Here, a regional commander of a bunker system explains to him the layout of the minefields for the area. With heavy camouflage netting, the silhouette of the long cannon barrel blends into the surroundings. The short sandy beach just in front is well marked. This caption reads, "The gigantic concrete blocks of a coastal fortification look like an animal of prey prowling along the landscape, ready to spring." Far inland, and wait prepared to engage an approaching enemy from all directions. This is just a small part of the powerfully destructive capability of Fortress Europe that awaits the attacker's false sense of security and confidence. Please let me know in the comments section if this is something that interests you. The Die Wehrmacht periodical I use of investment grade. This means that there is enough demand to expect that over 8 periodicals and Aufgabe A versions, generally having different kinds of periodicals bound together or of different languages, until 1944. Normal years had 26 editions, a few of which being called special editions. In 1944, only 18 numbers were published. In the description below, you can find a link to this. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Use the QR code to create a free account and check out the example exclusive footage. Thanks for watching.